Today, I'm going to show you how I design my own Lego Friends set. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you remember, not long ago, I built my very first Lego Friends set, a very good space rover, and I built two alternate models for that, a submarine and a small space station. So after that, I decided that maybe I can give it a try to design my own Lego set. So here is the result. I have another couple of bits that I will show you in a moment. And now I'm going to walk you through this. Of course, you can start already to recognize some of the parts came from that space rover. So you can see a little bit of the detail, the color scheme, and also some of the mini dolls. Now, of course, because that was my only Lego Friends set, I only have two mini dolls from that set. This one and the one there for the space suit that can be seen over here, and another, let's say, civilian one that I got on a Brinklink order. Now, let's have a look at the characters, let's have a look at the facade, and then we can move on to the interior and the side builds. So again, we have two mini dolls plus one on display there. We have one little alien character that come from the space rover set, and I decided to include in this set. And here, also with the parts of that set, we have a little kind of droid robot that is going to take some photo into this building over here. So what I'm going to do here is a sort of space museum, a museum of space. So here you can see the logo that come from the set, and I try to build a museum logo. So this is a M that come from this sticker. This is a Lego sticker with the museum sign. So I try to sort of recreate this symbol over here. So we have it here on the side with a little fountain and a very simple and straightforward tree that give a little bit of color and use this beautiful Friends leaf. Now, the color scheme and the parts usage here is also related to what I have available in my inventory. So initially I had here I'm going to put some images from my members only vlog. I tried some different colors over here, like a more pink color on top, but it was not dark enough. So I think with this one it works a little bit better. I was also thinking about using this shade of, I don't know what is this, lavender probably, on this second floor, but I didn't have enough bricks in that color, so I decided to go with this style. Over here we have a very interesting roof. Initially I had a roof in dark tan like the floor. It didn't work out with top and bottom with the same color, so I switched to this medium nougat. But now, because I don't have enough parts to complete the roof, then I decided to add this detail in the center, this little dome, that will add a little bit of Easter egg once we're gonna check the interior. Anyway, nice and straightforward. Here also I have a little planter build with this minifigure skirt. So I think this is also a nice, interesting part usage. And now I think we can go and check out the museum. Now, let's turn this, by the way, this is fairly solid, nothing come apart. This is a proper solid set. Even though I have to use some different parts, but anyway, let's have a look at the interior. Coming inside, here on the side, we have a ticket counter. So here we can fit a mini doll nicely behind the counter. We have a few studs so we can add other figures all around. Over there on display that can be seen from the side, we have the suit, the space suit, the orange one. So from outside we can see some of what the astronauts were wearing in this space expedition. Here we have a little display with some souvenirs that can be bought from the museum. And here we have a different style of helmet from some other mission. Now we have a bit of play feature over here. So on this side we have these two planets, or the sun and a planet, then can spin around here around this table so that the visitors of this museum can go and look at the planets moving. And here we have also the Earth, and we have a little like microscope thingy. So here potentially the mini dolls can pick up the lenses and have a look in details at that. Moving on to the second floor, we have a few interesting things here. So over here I'm using the space tiles from the space series as a background, as a photo backdrop, so we can place our mini doll on these jumpers over here, and we can take some sort of space picture, and that's where this little Mac come in handy, because it can go and take photos and take videos of the visitors with this background. Over here we have a little UFO that come from the space series as well. This banner over here can be moved. So over here again, these are some parts that I recycle, some screen that I recycle from the rover set. Here we have a telescope to look up in the sky through the window, and then here we have a copy of that space bed that can be something that you can see in a space museum, like how the astronauts sleep through their travels. Now here we have a little Easter egg on top. This top can be easily removed to more playability. And you can see here we have a little bed, we have a little charging station, probably for the satellite dish, and here we have another screen for this character. So basically, in this space expedition, they bring one of the alien back with them, and now he's living here, hiding in this rooftop of this museum of space. So here he can look at the screen and maybe communicate with his own planet, and this little bed is made just so that he can nicely fit in there. So I think that was a little nice play feature, a little Easter egg, including this little robot and this function over there. Now going back at the front, I want to show you also a couple of additional side build. The first one, I'm not too sure about this. So my first idea was to create a metro station, because I thought next to a museum, that's probably what you could find in a big city. And I didn't want to do a vehicle because there are already many buses and taxis and cars with other sets. So I thought this could be interesting. Again, I recycled some of the parts from the set. So I have this futuristic design, the station sign, and the step that go lead to nowhere in this case. But I think that this design maybe is a little bit too futuristic. It doesn't match very well the vibe of the set. And also it doesn't add much playability, because here the mini dolls cannot really go anywhere. So I thought I could build maybe a small like space rocket kind of arcade for kids. So you put your coin in and they go in this little machine moving back and forth. And this is what I created. And I think this is very good. Maybe I could swap a little bit here the color scheme of this little spaceship to match a little bit the vibe of the set, but this is all the parts that I have available. So here we have the place where we put the coin. Here we have some steps for the kids to go in. And here we have a little function, very simple. We can press this, and this will just go up and down with the kids inside. The space I use there is for this tiny minifigure to sit. So I don't have any child mini dolls, so I don't know how they actually look like. So this probably could be modified to fit a mini doll instead of, or a small child baby doll. And here you see the function can just get this to move up and down. So let me know what you think about this set. So I'm planning maybe in the future to try to tackle different themes. So today we did Friends, maybe next time I can do City or some other set. So I did a kind of 3-1 with the modification of the Explorer, and now this one. So let me know what are your thoughts. Let me know what your thoughts about Lego Friends as a team, and if you would like to see more of me trying to attempt designing a different Lego set, and from which team. Here on screen I will put the video of the space rover if you want to go and check it out. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Ciao ciao.